I'm Jeff here from CJS Knives, and today is kind of a rare occurrence in the knife shop. I have blades that's been sent out to heat treat, and I have more material that is ordered that I have not received yet. The blades that I have here, they already have the handles glued on. This blade is waiting for epoxy to dry. I did that this morning, so I have idle time, which doesn't happen too often in the shop. So today I thought I would work on a project that I've been wanting to work on for quite a long time, and a long time meaning by like a couple weeks. You see, I got a gift card from Bass Pro right after Christmas, and it wasn't very much, so I went out and I bought a Slingshot. This is a Slingshot that I got, and the reason I got it because it had this arm band thing that you put around your wrist, and it's a really great Slingshot. I like it a lot. I paid like $12.99 or something like that for this. I bought it so that I could take it camping or hiking with me out in the woods. You know, I want to get kind of accurate with this so I have to carry a rifle with me all the time. A couple weeks ago I was out in the yard and the handle actually broke, and that's what we're going to look at today. So let me get the camera set up and I'll give you a better look at what I was talking about. How's that? What happened was this screw here stripped out, and this is just plastic, some sort of polymer plastic, and this is where all the force is applied, and you can see it cracked right there, and that screw came out, so therefore broke. Now there are two ways to handle this, two ways to fix this. Take this apart and then fill the hole up with epoxy, some sort of like a JB Weld. Retap the hole, put the screw in, reuse the same handles, done. Or we can do my favorite way of fixing this, which is customizing a new handle. So that's what we're going to do today. So let me get out the materials, go over my plans, and show you how we're going to do that. Alright, so here's the list of materials I have. I got some black linen micarta. It's black and green actually. Black and green linen micarta that I was going to use for the handles themselves, and I was going to use a spacer. I'm going to use an orange spacer, I believe. I'm kicking around whether I'm going to use the black or I'm going to use the orange G10 as a spacing material in between the two slabs, and then we'll talk more about that in a minute. And then I have some 6/32 flathead hex screws, and then these are aluminum threaded spacers, and I'll go in the center there, so there'll be a screw going through one side, going to the other side, and tightening them two together. Rather than being pinned like a normal handle would, this is going to be like a removable handle off of an SE knife or tops. So let's take this apart and show you the inside and what it looks like inside there, and give you some idea of what I have planned with this build. So this handle comes off, and you see that this is two pieces. You see the Slingshot top, and then the arm rest in the bottom. And not sure how well you can tell or not, but this is all stripped out. That screw hole is completely stripped out. So let's first talk about this piece here. These two go together, and then this section here is what stops this arm. When you pull it back, when you pull this back, these two pieces stop the arm, and then when pressure is applied, that's where the pressure is being applied to, is these two arms here. So what we have here is, if you look at just this one side, you have this 1/8 inch material from here to here, from here to there, and then you have about 3/8 from here to the beginning of the radius piece there. So I'm going to be using 3/8 for this part, and then I'm going to use this spacer as this 1/8 inch part in here. So I'm going to cut this, let's say we're going to use orange. I'm going to cut this orange spacer to be this size right here. And then my black, green, and black micarta will be this size right here. I'm not going to have mine come back up. These little tabs here, I'm not going to have those little tabs there. Mine's just going to go straight across. So that way, this will come. That way when this comes, it'll come straight down without having these tabs on the outside. Not sure if you 100% understood that or not, but that is the plan. So, let's look on the other side. The other side, the Slingshot side. This is how the Slingshot side is set. 2 screws inside there, hold in between, and this is basically routed out. Half the holes on this side, half the holes on that side. Pretty much self-explanatory. Put the 2 pieces together. So that's what that section looks like there. I'm going to do something similar to these contours in here. Might do a little bit different style. Maybe match my fingers up a little bit better, but I'm still going to do the exact same way that they have it set up. Alright, after much conversation with myself, I decided to go with orange, give it that custom look. So it'll be a black, orange, black type of look. I think that'll look kind of cool. And then so what I'm going to do is measure. This is going to be the exact size of the orange spacer, this spacer material that we talked about, since it goes like that. So I'm going to be using this for my pattern, my template, onto this orange, and marking my lines and going to bandsaw and cutting that out. Alright, just got a lot of work done in a short amount of time. I'm going to show you what I did here. I've decided to also use white liners as well as the orange, just for the extra custom look. You see how this piece is the widest one. It's the one I told you about we're going to leave wide. So that would be this piece of micarta here. You see how that lines up just to the inside of these tangs here. It's going to be looking nice. So then that's going to get a white liner, and we'll glue those together. Then you have the other side of the handle, the one with the grooves on them. That would be this side here, and that will get a white liner as well. That'll get glued up like that. Okay, and then once these are glued, cured, dried, all that, then this spacer, the orange, which will be this little section here, will get glued on top of here in the correct location, somewhere in the center, somewhere like that. And then they will all be mock assembled and holes drilled, and that's a whole different story altogether. So what I'm going to do now is drill these, and what I'm going to do now is glue these. Alright, I messed up a little bit. Let me explain. Batteries went dead on me, but you got the gist of it. I'm going to glue the white liners onto the black and green micarta. And originally I did this one, glued it on, then I glued one onto this one as well. And then after sanding it down and test fitting, I realized that once this orange is on and I cut it down, this white will be exposed on the edge, and that's what this piece will be resting on. And I don't want that to be resting on that, because this might have a tendency to peel up over time. I don't want that. And also it's going to be exposed to the elements, allowing it to get dirty and nasty and dirt caught up in there. And this will be compressed maybe over time with me pushing up against it and all that. So anyway, so I've pried that back off. I've re-sanded this down a little bit, and I am going to glue it onto the orange piece like that. And then when the orange will get attached to the black, it'll look like this, and the black will get shaped like this piece. It'll look something like this, with the black exposed on the outside, and then the white liner just being just as big as the orange. So I have the glue warming up right now. I'll go over gluing that and how I go about that in just a minute. Alright, I find I use a 2-part epoxy, nothing fancy, and I find that if I heat the epoxy up, especially in these wintertime conditions, it will flow out of the applicator much easier, and also will mix much easier, just flows a lot better. So there's a trick for you guys to warm up your glue, and I have a electric fan heater that I use in the shop, and that's how I do that. I bought these popsicle sticks at the Hobby Lobby store, and it was unbelievable how many I got for those for like $1 or something. I don't know, I got a lot. I've already sanded this down and roughed it up a little bit, so then I'm just going to apply the glue. I always mix up more than I need. It's fully coated. And I've already roughed this piece up as well, so slide them two together. And I use a piece of just some scrap wood, and that's how I clamp them. That way they will get an even press. At least that's my theory behind it. And then I'll put one on top here, just like that. And that's how I glue my handles on, and then it gives me a base to set it down, and I'll be done with it. Clean up is a breeze, throw that away. Voila, I'm done. So this one I did successfully already. I didn't have to peel that back off. So just waiting for this to dry, and then we'll move on to the next step.